So we go back in object mode, hide our skeleton. Our new purse needs to go away too, so press H and save your project.
Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna be watching. If you want to just like go to town.
All right.
I'll stay
1 second. Let me finish
No
finish
worries.
my bite.
No worries. I'm so used to tutorials that I'm not that I could like pause and
Mm-hmm.
so it's
I
hard.
keep going to the video.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be great to be able to just like watch you go through it and then go back to it.
All right. We remove the clothes. We leave for the underwear. We are at this fair today. So add mesh and we put a cylinder in. The cylinder has a few two less verticals. So we make this in this case on 60. And then we just shrink in edit mode everything together and just fit it. It's important that you stay in the middle and just fit it a bit to the body. So what we are now doing is, where is it? Here we go. Control and R key and then mouse wheel and right click. It's like a manual subdivide, a loop cut,
Nice.
in this case 13. You can also use the loop cut tool here to select the number of cuts and all the stuff. So you can make it on 20 and then we just fit the cylinder a bit in the middle of the body. We remove the top, so go on face select the top and the bottom. If you press the shift key, then you can multi-select stuff. If you press the control key, then you make a path.
Nice.
So you press X, delete the face, and now we have a hollow cylinder. So now we just fit the cylinder, we press A, S, Y, and just fit the cylinder a bit more to the body, S, X. Yeah. So now, if you feel more comfy with the sculpt tool, you can press Control and tap and go normally in the sculpt mode, right? And start sculpting how you feel comfy with. Yeah, some people prefer sculpt mode. I personally like the edit mode more. So I normally reduce everything till it starts glitching through the body like this. And then I start going to the detail part. So reduce this to neck height around. Move it forward. And just fit it to the neck. So now our cylinder is like a cute little dress who is not fitting good.
I think you have two
I
people. You
go.
have me who does the
Uh-huh.
edit mode stuff and Avalon who does the sculpting. So you got both of us.
Yeah. I show, of course, now the edit mode in this case because I'm more used to it sculpting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can go in sculpt mode, right? You can go on the tool, make also symmetry on, X mirror, and then sculpt as there is no tomorrow and work the form of the body out, right?
Nice.
This is allowed. Like, of course, you can work like this. And now worry if it looks a bit off and
Janky.
edgy. We change this in a second anyway. I will continue working in edit mode because I feel they're more comfy. Everybody needs to figure out what works best for them.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
You can also select in edit mode the mirror. It's up here. And as long you have a symmetry and you don't break it, it will work. So in this case, you can just say, okay, I want the vertex select. In this case, I always come together with the name. And now if you look, I selected here around pressed height the vertex. And I can move this, but it was the wrong one. And I can move this with G and Y then forward. And now I have some crazy looking boobs. Yeah, and you work just the form out like this then. So at the end, you just fit everything to the body in this case. And again, use the method who feels comfy for you, who works for you. And this is also how you can make third-party close fitting to an avatar. And here it's also worth going over than with sculpt mode. That's normally the moment I use the sculpt tool as well, because this is now a bit edgy, right? So if I go now in the sculpt mode, I can clean it a little bit, maybe not so harsh, bit bigger. I'm really not good in sculpt mode.
Same. Looks great though.
And if the form is a bit too edgy, you can always just select everything and subdivide. Boom. Now you have your million polygons crew.
Yeah.
And with this, then the sculpt mode should also look a bit better. Yeah.
Couple more years, we won't be worrying about polygon count.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm used to look at polygon count because of the VR environment I'm developing in. Those headsets are really performance hungry because you have to render everything twice. So 12 million polygons then gets 24 million polygons. And because everybody thinks like, oh, I don't need to optimize. For what should I optimize? And if 80 people do this,
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, you're absolutely done. And you see now it's messed up because it's not symmetric anymore. So I can't use the symmetry anymore. I can symmetrize everything, and now it should normally work again.
Was
Yeah.
it due to the subdivision?
Hmm.
Was the unsymmetric due to the
The
subdivision?
sculpt mode can mess it up and the subdivide, but you can just press F3 and symmetrize again.
Symmetrize.
That's the rollout. Yeah.
Nice.
Now we give her a little waist. And because this is a bit too narrow, we'll make it cuter. So the shading looks pretty off right now, right? You can just select all and shade smooth. And now it looks like this.
That was a different thing in Cinema 4D where we didn't have shade smooth. We just had
Oh.
subdivide, so it was it's interesting.
Yeah, and the good thing is you can even single select meshes. So I can just go here and make now shade flat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this can be handy if you have like I had made furniture before, and I had sharp edges and round edges. So it comes in handy if you can shade something smooth and some parts of it flat.
Yeah.
You can even add multiple materials to things. Like you can say, okay, I have now 3 materials, new, and like I want that this polygon is material 1, and I want that this one is material 2, and I want that this one is material 3. So you can make for every polygon an own material in here.
Oh, can I ask some select questions?
Yeah.
So for loop select,
Mm-hmm.
what's the hotkey for that?
Alt.
Alt. Awesome.
1 second, let me
Right, 'cause
remove
we were doing
those
that
again.
blockout.
Yeah, so if I have here the edge, and if I press Alt, and now the left mouse key, boom,
Boom.
loop select.
Do you know fill selection? Where it's like if you have 2 points, it selects everything with.
You mean this?
Potentially, yeah.
1 second. So 1, then Opa. Oh, come on, that was the wrong key. Where was it? Oh, here we go. It was. You mean this one, right?
Yeah.
No, the stuff in between was selected.
Yeah. Almost like an invert select.
It's so the whole loop selection and invert selection stuff. I can send you. Give me a second. So, where is it? Where's my blender? Here's my blender. Where's my Discord? Here's my Discord. Here we go. So it's interior faces, if I'm right, or was it region? I sent it in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Loop inner region. So select loop inner region.
Perfect.
I sent the documentation.
Yeah, it's perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Here we go. You can just always use the command search. Yeah, select loop inner regions.
Nice.
All right. Because we're still lazy.
Yeah.
We add a new mesh, again a cylinder, because yeah, lazy.
Yep.
And we
Bool.
roll this on the side, make it small, and put it in the middle.
Oh, for the sleeves.
I just try to get as much techniques passed to you guys as
Oh, that's great.
possible.
Yeah.
So we will work here with the Boolean again. In this case, 30 is okay. We take this. No, non-material. Here we go. Modifier, generate, Boolean. And we unionize that one. Apply.
Nice.
So this is how our mesh looks right now. Important,
Nice.
this is one mesh now. So even if connected only, those are connected now.
That's great.
Then we remove faces. And faces. Go on object mode. Remove the cylinder. Now we have sleeves, and we just work them out. We can also smoothen everything, shade smooth, and then just work out the form a little bit.
Does it optimize topology, or is that?
That's your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the lazy modeler's guides to,
Yeah.
making stuff like this. Of course, it takes a bit more effort and work to make everything smooth and working and perfectly fitting. That looks a bit off right now. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And of course, you can go again back into the sculpt mode and just flatten everything a bit out again. Symmetry on, yeah, it is.
Nice. Who needs good topology when you can smooth it out?
It is a good topology. It has 6,292 vertices, so
That's
we
good.
have a lot of space to work here and to smooth things out, right? And here the
Oh yeah.
sculpt mode comes in pretty handy because you can make clothes in here way more realistic looking than in edit mode. The edit mode has its
Constraints.
right to exist because you can fast modify and put the stuff in. We had the base form in a fast way,
Yeah.
and like the sleeve is pain right now, right? So I can just go in here
Oh yeah, that looks great.
and say, okay, yeah, you know what? Fuck pain.
Nice.
Here we go. And now, oppa, why are
What
you
happened?
looking like this? Blender is super fast if it comes to fucking up the symmetry modifier. But no problem. I just make it manual on the side now. It's just to show the principle. So now we have a simple top.
Nice.
Of course, we don't need to make a neck holder out of it, especially now we optimize it a little bit. So we press A, and then we unsubdivide 2 times. Can go down to 3 times. That's highly optimized, but 2 times should do the trick. And then we just work this a little bit out. And what we can do now as well, we can utilize the knife tool in this case. We can just connect some edges, or cut a loop, or we can even be as lazy again and just use a cylinder. To the knife tool do I come in a second, because that can be really interesting as well. For now, we just remove this a little bit. All right. This is messed up, so we do this before we subdivide to keep here a clean line. Yeah. That's not the Alt key. Come on. Here we go. All right. Now we have a cute little top. Unsubdivide that thing. Clean up a little bit the mess. And then we are ready to go. Here we go. The whole fancy here needs an amateur modifier again. Select the bones. We also make the data transfer again. Vertex data, vertex groups, generating data layers, apply, and now it should move with the bones. Oh, I didn't apply the data transfer, of course, because I didn't select the body before. Here we go.
Nice.
Now everything is moving with the body, and we made a beautiful top.
Yay.
Even the boobas were working.
Boob spasms.
So what you can also do is, if your model has a good topology and a good base body, you can use the base body to make clothes. So we remove this again, we hide, and now we make some shorts out of the lower part of this body.
Nice.
So Control C, Control V. We copied the whole body inclusive rig. We can delete the old rig. Now we have just the body.
Cool.
We go in edit mode, and then we remove, let's say, half of it. This half and the lower one in this case. Faces. So as you see, we have some not so nice forms in here now. So what I do to not get confused, I remove all of this, that I have a clean workspace. And now we use just the knife tool to cut through. So we can just go here, boom, boom, boom,
Can you have that so it
and
cuts right
then,
through?
yeah, you can just cut right through. Now you have here a cut.
Nice.
You just press K, and then you can make just clean cuts. Now I have a new edge here. I can select the edge and move it. And I even can delete the edge. I press X, and then I'm just dissolve edge, and now it's away. That's how you can retopologize stuff.
Nice.
All right. So now we select everything here. And here we remove the faces. And now we bring back our body. We select our pants, and now a neat trick. So you press A to select all, S for size, and now you press Shift and Z. Now Z axis is blocked. Only Y and X are moving.
Shift and X. Nice.
So you just make it slightly bigger. Then you see, oh, damn, the inside, they are thighs peeking. So you just select the thighs and then move them.
Would extruding do the same thing? Or that's just an extra step of having to delete?
That's then an extra step to delete. Especially extruding would look like this.
Right, right, right.
So we just fit it a bit here, then moving it a bit here. Here you can, again, do this completely in sculpt mode as well. It's up to you what you feel more comfy with. And of course, we can clean up everything again in sculpt mode, that it doesn't look like naked ass and more like pants. And yeah, you can then just play free with the form of everything. Like you can take the legs as an example. Here we go. Here the edge, and make them now. I don't know. Kind of like this. It's a lot of playing around and just being creative, I would say.
Nice.
But those are at the end the tools you need to make all this stuff, right?
Love it.
Look at those crazy pants.
Cool pants.
And then you can put our cylinder on it, and now it looks like some freaky Scooby-Doo character with the purse on top.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the tools you need to make clothes at the end of the day.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Avalon, go make clothes.
I
Any questions?
don't think so.
Oh, that's been great. Avalon, did you have questions from anything else that wasn't clothes? That was Blender?
Not that I can remember right now.
Okay. Just write down whenever you do.
You can
Yeah.
always hit me a DM also when you do. So if I'm awake, I answer, right? So you can always hit me a DM, you two, right? It's fine.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
It can happen that I say, hey, I have to look myself, can take a moment. But if you stuck somewhere, don't
Stay stuck.
try to, don't stay stuck. Just hit me a DM.
Cool.
We can go through everything. It's no problem.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem. Huh?
For the thing that I'm supposed to do on what is it on Jira?
Mm-hmm.
I'm making I'm making clothes for behinds. Am I making what am I doing for that?
All of her clothes?
Let me look. 1 second.
It doesn't really.
Jira, 3D design, filter. Avalon.
Ooh.
So I see you have volume here in 3D design, right?
Mhm.
So let me look. Attach head to body. Create clothing, shoes, and texture based on concept.
Does this all say it on the website?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me share that fast. Here we go. So when you're on Jira and open your card, here are even example pictures.
Oh, nice. So you gotta click it to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can add comments here. Also put in web links. In this case, it's the last model of volume. And if you click on it, the G drive opens and you can write download there.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
No worries.
So,
And yeah, it's reported to Nicole. So if you make a comment or finish or upload,
should get
Nicole gets straight notified.
Yay.
Okay.
What a good little program.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, this is your Jira, right? I have here the other departments like animations, my stuff. Yeah, writing is not pretty empty till now. It seems like they love Discord more for whatever reason, but yeah. VO is also listed.
Nice.
So Jira is so great. It helps so much to keep track. Like, this is the stuff I made in the background. And this just stuff like I get asked, hey, can we record the meetings and upload? And I make a folder for meeting recordings, right? I forget this stuff if I don't write it down. And here I see, oh, damn, I still have to do a list with names of everybody because people wish to know where they're talking to.
That's amazing.
So Jira is great for this.
So do we have our own, like if we click our own filter? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Nice,
You
nice.
can filter your own work or categories, task types.
That's great.
Or, hey, this needs to be done this week. So the Digmatist closing and
Mask.
behinds laboratory textures and city textures are the most important tasks for this week.
Cool.
They need to be done today.
Cool. We gotta get it done today.
Hey, listen.
Welcome back. Hello. Want to see what we made?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sorry. So we are done 5 minutes ago, but we've recorded everything. So we worked on this.
Oh,
Now we
nice.
have a Scooby-Doo character.
Yeah. shirt.
We made the
pants.
top and the crazy Scoopy Doo pants and the purse and went through every basic principle of creating clothes
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, I'll send
with
that to you.
different techniques. From copy pasting a whole body and just cutting out what you need. That's how we made the pants. To 2 cylinders who made a shirt.
Yep.
Oh, nice one. I mean, I was trying to like follow earlier, but unfortunately, I think this like it's like now I'm free, whereas before I can't with my son. I tried.
No worries.
No worries.
It was just stressful, I admit.
We made it so that she just went through this section by herself,
Yeah.
so it'll be easier to watch through for yourself.
It's cool. I appreciate the videos and everything. It's just
Of course.
yeah.
I get you. I get you. Okay.
No,
I'll put the link of the videos. Where's the best spot for that?
so you have the shared folder, right?
Yeah.
In the drive. It's called multi-share triple X and Enigmatists, and there is a workshop folder, and you can just make it like the workshop Jira. Just put the date on it and upload it in the workshops folder.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Okay, thank you so much. We gotta get to
Yeah,
work.
no worries.
We'll talk soon and watch party and more of these 3D fun parties.
Oh, you are not, I'm not done with you now. So the
Oh.
clothes workshop is done.
Okay. I'll pause this.
And now we have our jaw fixed.
Sick. Here, let me pause it so that it's another video.
Make it here, by the way.